there, welcome to Sawdust and Cornbread. If we haven't met, my name's Lora Lea. I'm a formulator and a domestic engineer with over 25 years in the field, and I am here to help you save money, save time, and create the home you want using the things you already have. Today I'm going to be showing you some common products that we use every day in our houses that we're using too much of. The first one is a biggie to me because the manufacturers want you to think you have to use gobs of this item. But the truth is, with toothpaste, you don't need the full amount that they're showing on these ads. A pea-sized amount really is all it takes, or even less, a pea-sized amount. There's no good reason to put a big glob of toothpaste on your toothbrush other than to help the toothpaste manufacturers get richer and richer. The second item that all of us are using too much of is a common household item, and it's easy to overuse, and that is our shampoo. You really only need a dime-sized amount, and that's after you've rinsed your hair thoroughly. Rinse your hair, get out the excess oil, and then that first shampoo with a dime-sized amount, you're going to use that just on your scalp. There's no reason to take that first shampoo through your hair and then rinse that out. Use another dime-sized amount of shampoo, go from the roots to the end and rinse. You're going to notice that first shampoo doesn't really lather, and you're going to be like, Lora Lea, you are lying to me, this isn't getting my hair clean. But what's actually happening is the surfactants in there are lifting all of the oils and secretions and all that other good stuff that's close to your scalp to the surface. Then after you rinse and you put the shampoo on there again, that's when you're going to see the good lather, and you can work it to the ends and rinse it out. The next item that we're using way too much of in our household is conditioner. All you need of conditioner is one dime-sized squirt. And with conditioner, we're going to do it the opposite of the shampoo. You don't want conditioner on your roots at all. That's going to make you wash your hair more often, which will make you use more shampoo and more product. But we want you to have more money in your bank account. That conditioner is going to last you so much longer. Now, you really want to pay attention to this next tip because it's going to save you tons of money, and it's one of my favorite tips ever. So there's a part A and a part B to this tip. In the part A, I'm going to show you what we're using too much of. In the part B, I'm going to show you how you can save tons of money on this product. Okay, here we go. Whether you use foaming or soft soap, same thing. We feel like more product is going to do a better job, and that is simply not the case. Whenever you're using soap, that's all you need. The thing with hand soap, what you really need more of than soap itself, lots of friction and rubbing. And then all of the surfactants and the other ingredients in the formula in the soap will help lift and carry away the germs, so rinse your hands. Main thing is the amount of time rubbing, not how much soap you use. Of all the tips I've ever given, this one is my absolute favorite. I learned this one about 2 years ago, and it is a game changer because hand soap and soft soap has gotten so crazily expensive. This is a new bottle of soap. This isn't soft soap, this is the foaming hand soap. I highly recommend that you get one of these, and when you use it up, keep the container, don't throw it away. I'm going to open this up and pour it into this Pyrex measuring cup. What I want you to realize that in this 1 cup of liquid, if you break down the formula, there's only 2 to 3% of a detergent, or if you want to call it soap, product in here. In other words, you're paying for 97%-ish water. What a waste of money. Here's how you're going to save money from now on. You're going to keep that foaming soap container, buy a full-size soft soap, or you could get a big one of the value size soft soaps, not the foaming kind, but the full strength regular hand soap. And you're going to put 3 little squirts, 1, 2, 3, in your container. And then you're going to fill it the rest of the way up with faucet water. Then you're going to put your pump lid back on the container. Make sure it's good and secure. Tilt it back and forth a couple of times, maybe swirl it to mix around. When you go to the sink to wash your hands, you are going to have more foaming cleanser. This tip alone can save you so much money. You can even customize the fragrance of your soap if you want. Use an unscented base for your soap. Custom order fragrances that you like from places like candle companies or skincare formulation companies that have skin-friendly fragrances. You can put 2 or 3 drops in there, then put the lid on, swish it around, and you have a custom fragrance hand soap that will last probably a year or more from that same bottle. Now, these first items we usually use way too much because we think we need too much. This other one is kind of a mindless decision and we do it by accident. Have you heard the saying, I have the usage habits of a much wealthier person? Well, that applies to paper towels. Honestly, I see so many young mothers, particularly, taking the paper towel roll, just grabbing however much off and using it to clean up a mess. You're wasting so much money. If you want to be able to take your kids to the amusement park or the fair or the zoo, save some money by getting the paper towels that have the perforations. There's a reason for that. You don't need to use the whole thing. I know we're in a hurry, we're panicking, there's a mess, but really you can select a size and just use 1 or 2 of these, maybe 3 for extreme messes. Just make the conscious effort to use less and you'll save tons of money in the long run. Rather than using paper towels all the time, get stacks and stacks. I mean, I have a giant drawer full of these towels that you can get at Walmart or any store, big box store like that. You can get 16 towels for like $4. It's these white washcloths. They make perfect reusable paper towels, if you will. They're a good size. And I'm going to show you how to make these go even longer. Every time you have a square towel, you actually have 8 surfaces. You fold it in half and then half again. Use all 8 of those surfaces whenever you're cleaning. You have 1 here, 2, open it up, then you have 3, 4. We're going to open it up, turn it inside out, and now you have 4 more surfaces to clean with. So you can use all 8 of those surfaces to clean with before you ever need to rinse your towel. Once they're all dirty, I can throw them all in the wash at one time. That way they fade at the same rate, so you don't have really dingy looking towels and really bright looking towels. So I guess that was 3 tips in 1. I am going to throw in one more tip, and that is using multi-purpose items. What manufacturers don't want you to know is that there are a lot of products out there that you can use for unintended uses and have some surprising results. As a matter of fact, a lot of the consumable items that we use in our home, such as soaps, shampoos, or ointments, were originally formulated for another purpose. They don't want you to know that, but I'm going to tell you what you can do. For one, your favorite dandruff shampoo is really great for getting rid of that green stuff on your siding. And did you know peroxide that you use to clean wounds will bubble out that pink or brown foam from around your sink? Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends to help my channel grow. If you're watching on your cell phone, if you look down there, there's a little button that says boost. You have like, you have subscribe, you've got share, now you have boost. If you will press that boost for me, if I have helped you in any way, that's going to help my channel grow even faster. That's specifically for little channels like mine to grow faster. So give it a boost. I'll see you next time. Take care and God bless.